Hi! So I just wanted to do this video about some of the reasons why you can have a setback. Now me myself, I've had about 3 setbacks, 1 major one and 2 kind of smaller setbacks. One thing, or like the main thing I think causes setbacks in a hair journey, is dealing with their hair when they don't have the time or they don't have the patience. You do not want to rush your hair, especially on wash days. If your wash day takes 3 hours, like 3 hours long, and you trying to put it in an hour and a half, that's probably not a good thing. Another thing is you don't want to have your new growth dry. Like, try to make sure that your new growth isn't dry. Also, another thing with new growth that I've noticed is trying to make your new growth do something it doesn't want to do. If your new growth does not want to lay down, you have like an inch or inch and a half of new growth and it just doesn't want to lay flat in that nice ponytail, that nice bun, sleek style that you're trying to do, don't force it. My new growth, it has mind of its own, and it gets angry when I try to force it to do something, and it starts to mat, and it starts to tangle, and it just starts to rebel. Like nowadays, the messy bun, the messy ponytail, like messy, carefree styles are very much so in. So if your new growth isn't cooperating, use that to your advantage and do like a messy bun. And people gonna think, oh, she's just trying to be chic and stylish, when really your new growth just was not trying to lay right. Another thing that can cause you to have a setback is not doing trims, and that's one of the reasons why I had one of my setbacks, because I hated doing trims. I felt like I was doing everything right. I was moisturizing, sealing, I was deep conditioning, I was keeping my hair, my ends off of my clothes. I don't have to cut off like inches or nothing, maybe like half an inch at least once a year, and just to be proactive. Like, you don't want to wait until you get split ends. You kind of want to be proactive and, you know, just work before the split ends come. I already hit on this a little bit before, but tight hairstyles, like tight buns, everything else, can cause your hair to break in like one specific spot. Like if you put your bun in the same spot every day, that can cause breakage, and it will cause a slow setback because it will start to break little by little by little by little, and then like a month or so later you'll notice that you have like this really thin spot in one section of your hair. That's because you're continuously putting it in. Now, you don't want to continuously do the same protective styles, basically what I'm trying to say. Like, but also you don't want to switch them up too much, because too much switching and too much manipulation can cause a setback. Honestly, a lot of things can cause a setback, if you get my drift as I'm going. But you don't want to do too much, but you don't want to do too little and consistently do the same thing. You kind of want to find the happy median for your hair. Another thing is you don't want to force your hair to fit in a box that it doesn't fit in. And when I mean that, if you see people like, who is it, Pretty Witty or Fresh Lengths or You Love Megs, people here on YouTube or people who have blogs that have long hair, and you don't want to follow their regimen to the T. Now, 95% of the time that's not going to work, because their hair and your hair is going to differ. Everybody's hair differs. And that happened to me. Like, an example is You Love Megs. She loved the ORS hair mayonnaise for like her protein treatment. I bought it. I used it. First time my hair was like, no, I don't really like it. But I figured this has to be a good product because You Love Meg's hair likes it. So if I want long hair like that, I have to use this product. So I continued to use it. And after the 5th time, which was starting to cause me to have a setback because my hair was just breaking off because it literally did not like that product, I was like, you know what? Maybe I don't have to follow everything she does. And that's how I feel. So if I rave about a product and you know your hair doesn't like it, don't force it, because don't try to make your hair regimen follow somebody else's hair regimen, because it's just not going to work. You have to listen to your hair. You can mimic it in the beginning, learn from their hair regimen, but if you're really trying to force your hair to do something it doesn't want to do just because her hair likes it, it's gonna cause your hair to set back. And I think that's what happens with a lot of people in the beginning of the hair journey. They try to mimic everything they else see somebody do with waist length hair or tailbone hair or hip length hair or whatever it is type of hair they have, and you figure because they did it and they got to that point, you have to do it to get to that point too. And it discourages people because they don't realize, like, you don't want to mimic someone's hair journey. You just want to take inspiration from it. That's what it is. You just want to take inspiration from it. Another thing is, back to the wash days, you do not want to skip deep conditioning. You don't want to skip deep conditioning. Now, you can skip it every once in a while. Do a quick 5-minute deep conditioning in the shower. If you're like pressed for time and you want to cut time somewhere, maybe once in a while, but you don't want to skip it all the time. Your hair needs to be deep conditioned. Another thing is, wear your scarf at night. you just have to wear your scarf at night. That just is what it is. Like, you don't want to not, okay, you don't have to wear your scarf at night, but some people, like, they have a silk or satin pillowcase. Now for me, I sleep crazy, so I don't just sleep like this and I wake up like, oh, I'm in the same position. I'm on this side of the bed, that side of the bed, I'm flipping, I'm turning. Like, I am just not a peaceful sleeper. And if you're not like a peaceful sleeper either, or you move a lot in your sleep, I would say wrap your hair up at night. But if it does happen to you and you do have a setback, don't feel alone. Like I said, I've had about 3 setbacks throughout my hair journey, and I'll probably have another one here or there, smaller ones probably. It's okay. Now that I've had setbacks and I've bounced back from them, I'm not too scared of them. After your first setback, it is really like devastating. Like, I cried. Like, I really cried. But then I am over dramatic too, so that's probably why too. But if you're not over dramatic or anything else like that, you can overcome a setback easily. It is going to take time because, you know, hair grows not slow, but no one's hair probably grows as fast as they want it to grow. So to us, it seems like it does grow slow, and it's gonna take a while. But you can recover from a setback. It's not the end of the world, I promise you, even though it feels like it. So if you've had a setback, name some reasons what caused your setback also, so people can kind of look out for those, so they can like prevent having a setback. It also can help me too, because I'm probably doing some stuff that's gonna cause me to have a setback, because I'm always doing something wrong. Just how I am. So yeah, I'll talk to you in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.